Hey guys, it's me Jenny and I'm doing another Naked Truth. Hey! Woo! So, going with the principles of a Naked Truth, straight out the shower, no makeup, wet hair, first take, one take, all of that jazz, trying to be vulnerable and honest as the Naked Truths of old. And it's weird, I'm still getting used to short hair, and short wet hair dries so fast, it's weird. Like, it's only been, like, I've had it in a towel for like 5 minutes, it's starting to dry out already. It's so weird, it's nice, it's weird. So basically I thought yesterday that this would be, well, I've been thinking for a couple of days this would be a good Naked Truth to do, because I'm going to have to actually like think about things and use my words very carefully, because, well, usually with Naked Truth I just kind of like let the words flow, but there's a lot of things about this subject that I've got to be careful about what I say, and not necessarily because of, well, there's a couple of reasons. So, work. I'm going to talk about work. So the reason why I want to talk about work today is, for one thing, I've been having a lot of work dreams lately, and I've always been one of those people who, I do my work, end of the day, it's done, it's out my head. Unless there's something specific that I've got to think about for the next day, it is done. There's very little additional work that I need to do, unless it's like fun additional work that doesn't really need doing outside of the workplace. And usually I can, and always have been able to just like done, switch off, get out of my work clothes and I'm done. But you know, one or two work dreams. Most of my work dreams involve like wandering around the workplace in a duvet, like trying to find somewhere to sleep at work. Those tend to be my work dreams, or the classic, you know, being late or turning up naked, the classics, the classic work dreams. But like in the last week or so, I've had a lot of dreams where it's just been problem loops, where I do something and then someone comes over and undoes it, so I've got to redo it, you know, someone else does something and I correct it, and then 5 minutes later it's bad again, and like just problem loops, which means that I haven't really been sleeping as well as I would like, and it's only happened, I think, of the last week it's been maybe 2 or 3 nights. But I'm used to being like, you know, done, if I let myself sleep, I'm out. And having that sort of kind of cyclical work dreams, which never means that you never really feel like you slept. I'm not used to that. And the other reason I want to talk about it is because I just listened to Trisha's podcast that she did, and she says that like her dream job as a kid was to have a job that didn't suck. Which I thought was really, really interesting, and that got me thinking about the wonderful web series called Platoon of Power Squadron, starring Craig Benzine, aka Wheezy Waiter, which is phenomenal. And one of the biggest scenes of that series is 2 of the primary characters on a rooftop discussing where they want to be in life, and whether or not there's a fate or a destiny, and whether or not wanting to be more is a good thing or a bad thing, whether or not using your powers for selfish reasons, unselfish reasons. It's like it's the morality of the show in one scene, and it's fantastic. And one of the things they say is, you know, most people, like this entire generation is a generation of unrealised potential, and most people will end up folding jeans. So when I'm at the point right now where I can't tell if my workplace dissatisfaction is genuine or not, I'm kind of in this odd field at the moment where I've been in 2 places of business my entire working career. I was in my first job for 4.5 years. I'm just up to 1.5 years in my current job. And both of those are in the same career, more or less. They are the same job type, and it's unskilled work, but I'm relatively high up the chain. And I'm not a civil servant, and I'm not a librarian as much as I may like to be, and I'm not an academic. And at the moment I'm kind of trying to work out where the job dissatisfaction is coming from. And I can't put my finger on it. And I can't tell whether or not that's because there's something inherently wrong with my job, or wrong with the business, or wrong with the management, or wrong with the actual task at hand, or the hours, or I don't know. I can't put my finger on what of those, if any of those, are the problem, or whether or not it's something that I've been saying often my entire life, or maybe not my entire life, but my entire working life, is, you know, there is a certain aspect to work that it is meant to be unpleasant. That's why we are paid. We are paid to do something that we'd rather not do, and we are compensated for our time with money. And that's how employment works. You're not actively meant to enjoy work. Like, enjoyment of work is a kind of a construct of the modern generation, where, you know, you're meant to go and you're meant to either prosper or enjoy, and that's kind of a fallacy. And that sounds very cynical, and that's also falls into the platoon power squadron thing, where, you know, maybe we're not meant to be exceptional, maybe we're not meant to have amazing times. But I also have, like, this year I've had probably the best working schedule I've ever had. I have every other weekend off, which is unheard of in my career up to this point. I work 5 days a week, and very rarely over that. Although it's long hours during the summer, they are long hours with breaks, but I'm still getting friends who are concerned about how many hours I work, and I have got a couple of my dear new friends that I've only become particularly close to this year who are, you know, every time I hang out with me, giving me very well-intentioned lectures on you know, whether or not I should be looking up my legal rights on the hours I'm working and the breaks I'm allotted to, and, you know, whether or not I should join a union. And I don't really know where I fall on that, because given that this is the best, as I said, this is the best working hours and the best working conditions I've had in this year particularly, but, you know, this business is a better business working practice than my previous place of work. I don't really know where to go from there, and there's a lot of incredible benefits of my current job, like, you know, free food and parking in Oxford for free is a huge boon, and there's lots of other things that I've always said would be part of my dream job that are part of my current job. So trying to actually pin down what I don't like about it, other than there's sometimes a bad day and sometimes you don't get on with a colleague or two, I find it very hard to fathom whether or not my job dissatisfaction is something actually palpable, or whether or not it's just that quarter-life crisis setting in and my millennial sense of entitlement, and I really don't know what it is. And I'm kind of torn, because I can't, again, I'm not going to go into any detail about my work, not because I work in an exciting place, but because I haven't read up on my social media policy and whether or not I'm allowed to talk to work, and on the rare chance that I don't really talk about my internet life with my work, with any of my colleagues, but on the minor off chance that one of my colleagues or one of my bosses happens to catch this video somehow, I don't want to say anything to put my foot in my mouth, and all that jazz. But it's one of those things where I just don't know where I'm at the moment, whether or not there's something else that I need to do, or whether or not this feeling is just being an adult. But whatever it is, I kind of need to work out how to get my sleep schedule back on track, because I'm used to, you know, very minimal hours of sleep or very long hours of sleep. What I'm not used to is disturbed sleep. That is not something that I have very often experienced, and I can't place it under any change to diet or activity, so the only place I can put it is it must be something to do with work, something that I'm trying to figure out subconsciously, but I can't. So yeah, I thought that would make a good naked truth. So yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, so work. I thought it was one of those things that I'm puzzling over, so I thought maybe it would be a nice thing to do a naked truth on. So yeah, if you enjoyed this subject, feel free to comment, and I will say, if you guys, I know there's quite a few people who are ex-naked truthers who have been missing it, and I'd like to know you guys' opinion. It's one of those rare times when I do actually want some outside advice and maybe an outside perspective on how you guys feel about work. Because in the end, I am not living paycheck to paycheck. There are a lot of benefits to my work. There is a lot of things that I do enjoy about my work. And having a job is definitely something that I should be proud of, not so annoyed with, but there's something definitely wrong at the moment, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, so I'd like to know you guys' opinion, genuinely. So if any of you do want to do Naked Truth style video responses, I'm going to put this in the Discord, Trisha's Discord, and if any of the Naked Army guys of past want to respond to this, then you can. This is in no way, technically this is in no way affiliated with Trisha, but I just kind of, I would like you guys' opinion, and I like this style of vlog, and this is the first time almost ever where I've been like, I would actually like some perspective from other people who aren't directly related to me, because everyone in my family and all of my friends are super duper supportive, but I need an actual outside perspective of someone who is not from my work, who is not one of my friends, like close friends, I don't know, not one of my current friends who are, you know, worried about my health and well-being, and not family members who will say, oh, we'll support you no matter what. I kind of need to know a perspective from outside sources. So yeah, that's why I thought I'd put it in a video. But yes, I shall put this on the Discord, and I'm going to tweet it to Trisha, and feel free to comment. I really, really, really want people's opinions, and if you want to do a video response of some kind, put it on Twitter, or, you know, put it in the description, or the, not description, the comments. I am going to go to bed. Thank you for watching. Please do comment, I would be interested to know what you're doing, and yeah, this is just my kind of very scrambled naked truth on work. See you guys when I do.